25 years to be exact. Think about Dan. Dan always knows what he wants. But does he though? Let's take a look back. One dreary evening in 11th grade, Dan knew that what he deeply wanted were 2 McDonald's double cheeseburgers, absolutely smothered in buffalo sauce. So naturally, as any determined 16-year-old with a learner's permit would do, Dan borrowed his old man's Buick and he set off for the Golden Arches. Whilst Dan was making his return journey, unable to simply wait 5 minutes, he was attempting the elusive one-handed double Burgo lap dunk. We've all done it. He was so focused, so locked in on making sure he had just the right amount of liquid magma on his dunk that the old South Street guardrail just knocked right off. And the next thing you know, the entire passenger side of Rob's Buick now had a little more character. But alas, Dan returned home, unharmed and most importantly, no longer hungry. A success, dare I say? Though karma did get the last laugh in the form of both crippling heartburn and the inability to drive above a learner's permit level to this day, but that does not take away from the decisiveness. Sometimes, though, Dan doesn't know what he wants. Case in point, and some of you might not know this, but there was a time where we thought Dan's fate was to become a phys ed teacher in a city in England called Leeds. Now, take this with a grain of salt. I've never been to Leeds. But from what I gather, as a worldly American that once spent an entire week in Italy, it seems to me like immigrating from Boston to Leeds would be a bit like moving from London to, say, Lowell, Mass. Oh. I mean, sorry for the Leeds boys. Mickey Ward, baby. Leeds does seem to be most well known for their warehouse techno parties, which are apparently exactly as advertised. Warehouses, dirt floors, techno, British people. British people. Now, I will admit, there is a certain nobility in teaching a less athletic nation the art of gym class. Sorry. But, needless to say, the families were not too thrilled with this little dream of Daniel's. I mean, it's not like we don't have gym class here in America. Pretty sure we invented it. But alas, as fate would have it, after grad school, Dan learned that one can make an entirely comfortable living right here at home, talking on the phone for a living. And the rest, they say, is history, and I can say that because I talk on the phone for a living. And thankfully, we can all take comfort in the fact that while Dan was once nearly an expatriate, his brand new father-in-law, Dwight, literally wields a musket on behalf of the New England Patriots. Now, Dwight, Dan's company is based in England, so if I may suggest a few rules of thumb, if If he ever comes home for the holidays with talks of relocating under the guise of, say, career advancement, if you don't trust it, get the musket. Dan and Kim simply belong stateside. And if they forget, it's the bayonet. Now, when it comes to marrying Kimberly, I think I speak for the entire Frisoko side of the aisle when I say, thank God that Dan knew what he wanted. So much so that Dan actually asked me to be his best man maybe 6 months into dating Kimberly. Which, yes, on one hand is adorable. On the other hand, I'm in sales, so I was like, you gotta close the deal there. And Kim's no Southie Six. She's beautiful, brilliant, funny, and the perfect counterbalance that all of us idiot pals need to keep us as functioning members of society. She's also one of the few people that I yield to regarding Tolkien and George R.R. Martin knowledge, which is a big deal, and for me, the icing on the cake. And thankfully, our dearest Daniel rose to the occasion. I genuinely could not be more proud, happy, or honored. To be standing here today celebrating his marriage. And no, Dan doesn't just talk on the phone for a living. He's a director at one of the top recruiting firms in the world for highly specialized and technical roles.
Sean, give him a raise!
Incredibly hardworking, passionate, and as we all know, charismatic as the day is long. So success has been no surprise to those who know him best. And these same virtues will make him an amazing husband and an even better father. I know, right? Dan, I am so proud of you, and even though your voice is so loud that you become a literal human target while we're in public, I'll always be there to stuff anyone who objects into a locker. And with that, I propose a toast to Daniel and Kimberly Frisoko.